How you know how you have a thought about something and can't really think of a title? Like, of course, in case of this video, I know what I want to talk about, but the title, I'll come up with it later. But anyhow, Sunday, today is, depending on when you're watching this video, today is actually, what the hell is that smell? Today is actually Tuesday. And so I'm not working off today. And so I figured I'd come on, and I thought about doing it yesterday. I should have did it on Sunday. I should have let my mom tell the story. If you've been watching me for a while, you know I did a video about there is no God. And if you haven't seen that video, scroll down and check it out. But I did a video, and I'm gonna just tell the story again from my mom's point of view. So I guess you can call it "There Is No God" Part 2. But my dad told me the story years ago. It's a story about my younger brother, and my mom actually told the story on Sunday on Easter. And so I'm gonna share it with you, and maybe I hope it adds value to your life and be a blessing to you. So when I was a kid, I was younger. My baby brother was born. We're 6 years apart, and he was born. And when he was born real sick, you know. And you know, no matter what they did, what they fed him, let me rewind real quick. My dad was officer in the military then, and he was making a decent amount of money. He came from the South, and where people worked in the fields and stuff. You know how that goes. And got his college degree and thought it was a big shot. And so him and mom had a discussion. About money, and he said there was no God. The only God was money. And so I don't know if they had a prophecy or something. Somebody saw him and found out he said that, and they wrote something down on a piece of paper, and they said that they weren't going to read it until he confessed and said that there was a God, right? So my mom ended up having my brother, and like I said, he got real sick to the point where, you know, the hospital had done everything for him. They'd done everything for him. They just told my parents pretty much. They didn't say, they didn't use these words, but they pretty much told her to take him home because there's nothing they can do that, and he was gonna pretty much die. Get ready for him to die. And so they took him home. They took him home. They brought him home. Not took him home, but they brought him home. And she said the only thing that was still in his stomach was strawberry Kool-Aid. That was still in his stomach for like 30 minutes, maybe 20 to 30 minutes, maybe, and then he would throw that up. And so it was Easter Sunday, and I was in a play. I was going to do a play at church. She said I had been rehearsing the play, and I learned the speech for the play. And you know, I really knew it. So she wanted to see me do the speech. And my dad was like, "No, let's go to this other church," because he had met this guy, and this guy told him, had been praying with him and talking to him. And so we said he wanted to go to this guy's church. So they ended up going, and she said that the preacher asked, "Does anybody in the church need prayer?" And she told my dad, "Come on, let's go pray for Mike." That's my brother's name. My brother's name is Mike. So they said, "Come on, let's go and pray for Mike." And my dad was like, "Nah, I'm not going up there. I don't want to go up there." So she said, "Well, if you're not going to go up there, I'm going to go up there." So she went up there, and you know, the guy said, "Who's the father of this child? Will he please come up?" So my dad came up. He had no choice but to come up, even though he didn't want to come up. He came up, and he stood with her, and they took Mike. One of the ladies in the church, they called them the elders. One of the elders in the church came, and lady got Mike and started praying for him. and say, he told my mom, say, you can go sit back down. And so she went and sat back down, and he told my dad to get on his knees. So my dad got on his knees, and the minister asked him, he said, do you believe in God? And my dad said, yes, I believe in God. And so he gave my brother back to my dad, and they read the letter that the thing that he wrote down for him, the prophecy that he gave to him. He had read it to him. He said, your youngest child is gonna get sick, and I'll pass. And I guess until you confess, until you acknowledge that God is real. So he said, take him home. Take the child home and feed him. And they took him home. They brought him home, and my brother has been eating ever since. So, I don't know what your faith is, what you believe, what your belief is, but this is something I heard about. That's something I heard about, but it's a fact. It's a true story. Shows you the power of God. Shows you the power once you believe in. You can't like my parents. Both my parents, my grandparents, especially on my dad's side, my family is real spiritual. So for him to say that he didn't believe, and the only God that was money, was kind of being the fact that he was raised in the church and grew up in the church, kind of slap in the face. But God has a way of reminding, and now he's a preacher. Now he preaches now. But God has a way of reminding you, who he is and how powerful he is, and that he is in the blessing business. So, like I said in the beginning of the video, I hope and pray that this story, depending on where you're at in your life and what your belief is, but sometimes we look for miracles and look for signs to show us that God is real, but we see him every day. Sometimes we don't pay attention to him. There's signs that I know what that is. I can smell something in my car, but I know what it is now. But yeah, we look for different signs and different things to show us to help strengthen our faith. But they're there. You have to pay close attention to them, and even with that, it's like I'm like, wow, And I was a kid, so I don't remember. I remember him being sick, but I don't remember him to the point where he was on leave the earth. But God saw fit for him to live on, and he's here. He's a blessing. And I figured I'd come on and share that story, even though I shared it before. But my mom actually told the story, so I said, let me tell her side, because my dad told me what he told me his part, and they both coincide. They're both for the same thing. She doesn't have the part about him saying he didn't believe in God. That he said only God was money, but my dad told me that part. He said only God in this world was money. That's all that mattered. There was no God. So, hope you're having a blessed day. It's like 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope you're having a blessed day. I hope your family is blessed. And I hope you enjoyed the story. If you did, post a comment down below. Share it if you like. Make sure if you're not subscribed, subscribe. And make sure to check out the other video. The title is There Is No God. So go check out that video as well. It's pretty much the same story this a couple years before I did this one. So anyhow, be safe, be blessed, enjoy your day. Don't take life for granted. Don't take any wooden nickels, like my mom would say. And try to add value. Try to add value to others. Be a blessing. And I always live in a positive space, because it's a lot of There's a lot of negativity out there. You can find if you want. But try to find the positive in everything you see. Regardless of what it is, you can find negative in anything. But I choose the latter. I choose to try to find the positive. So anyhow, be safe, be blessed. Let me get on my way, and I'll be seeing you in the next video. Like I said before, don't forget to tell somebody you love them, because you never know when you're gonna go. You never know when they're gonna go. So you be safe, you be blessed, and I'll be seeing you. And again, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below, share if you want to, and remember, regardless of how bad it may seem, God is still in the best of business. I'll be safe, be blessed, and I'll be seeing you. I'm out. Peace.